Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Charles, and you're watching the Say About Your TV. Back at it for a brand new video. Four stories for you guys tonight, and like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to never forget any videos that I drop on this channel. Um, Thank you guys for the 12 subscribers. Continue smashing that subscribe button. It'll help me out a really lot. I have a story that I talked about already about JAZMIN PAEZ. She's the mother from Miami. Well, she's never been a mother. She's a douchebag. But she was charged with first degree solicitation of murder and third degree using a communication device for her own personal use. And it looks like she's released on a $3,000 bail. She's in jail for trying to get a hit out on her 3-year-old son. So, on CBS News, the first one says, let's see, Miami woman, 18, arrested at, that's not the article, right here, NBC 6, South Florida. My daughter is not a monster. Dad defends Jasmine Paz, the mom accused of trying to hire a hitman to care her toddler. So, clearly the father doesn't know what he's talking about. The daughter is a monster if she wants to take a hit out on her child, but okay. A Miami father is defending his daughter amid allegations she went onto a pretty website to request a hitman to kill her toddler's son. Jasmine Perez, 18, was arrested Tuesday after police said she visited rentahitman.com and requested a killer to murder her 3-year-old before the end of the week. According to an arrest report, Perez offered $2,000 and even sent photos and an address of where her child would be. Police said the child was living with her grandmother at the time. After Perez became a mother at around 15 years old, the parody website was initially for a cybersecurity company, but over the years, alleged criminals have contacted it seeking hitman services. In an online forum, Perez allegedly wrote she wanted to have her son killed to get something done once and for all. Her extra request was to be taken away, or offer away, and possibly be killed, but ASAP. Once Perez requested came in, the website owner contacted Miami-Dade police, who arrested her on charges of soliciting murder and unlawful use of a communications device. On Thursday, NBC6 spoke with Perez's father, who said the case is not what it seems. He said Perez has medical complications and has over 12 surgeries in her lifetime. That's no excuse. My daughter is not a monster. Yes, she is. The father said in Spanish, my daughter is a little girl who was born with health problems. She has liquid retained in her neck. She had 12 surgeries. She lost the ability to move her face. She's been bullied in school. They called her the monster. The father added that he's confident the justice system will bring out the truth. A judge granted Perez a $15,000 bond, and she's been released from jail. Family members told NBC6 the Tyler is safe and with relatives. The Florida Department of Children and Families was notified according to records. Meanwhile, Miami-Dade police admitted that there was delay in the investigation because of how unique the story was. The website's owner, Robert Ine, said he called Miami-Dade's non-emergency number 3 times, but he was referred to Crime Stoppers. He said on the third call, a detective was put on the case. Okay, well, if speaking logically, if a black father did the same stuff that she did to her child, A, do you think he would get bond? And B, do you think he'd be released from jail on a $15,000 bond? I think he'd be sent to jail for trial. I don't know why she was. How you get a bond for allegedly trying to hire a hitman to tell her you're driving. They're just gonna send you around for that. We've had a news video. Give me this second. Give me a second. Get the hands out.
Custody hearing with this house for that little boy who was safe and sound tonight. Local 10 7 over his live with some very disturbing details. Glenn. Nicole, that custody hearing here, the judge gave custody of this little boy to grandma. Grandma has actually had custody, has been raising him since May, and he is just fine, and that is the good news. His young mother, when you peel back the layers of her life, seems to have lived a very troubled life, especially lately. Right now, she's in the most legal trouble of that life. Jasmine Paez, she became an adult just a few months ago, a mother 3 years ago, and a murder for hire suspect a few days ago, for which she is now free on bond.
She's 18. She went on a website to hire a hitman.
Jasmine Paez was given a suicide prevention vest in court. She's accused of hiring a hitman to target her own 3-year-old son to, quoting police, take him far, far, far away and possibly kill, and ASAP.
I've been kind of in a hospital and I was my father.
Paez was in the hospital with her father in this due hearing about custody of her son.
Are you employed?
No, not really.
How much money do you have to pay?
134.
Rent a hitman. This is the site police say Paez went to hire. It's obviously phony, though police say the website is intended to assist them. That person doesn't live here. I told you 1,000 don't come here anymore. Despite that welcome, this is the home where detectives arrested Paez this week. They say she lived there with her father.
Do you have any information as to the property?
No, no.
Turns out when Paez moved out of her mother's home in May, she left her son to live there.
And how is the child? The child is okay?
He is doing great.
And again, that grandmother is now officially, from this hearing, the custodian of that child, and as you heard, he is doing great. Paez has an arraignment scheduled for next month, and until then, part of her bond agreement is no contact with her boyfriend at all. I'm Glennon Over, live in Miami today, local 10 news.
My closing thought is she should two things. One, stay in jail. Two, she don't know how to bond. But system is broken. So if she got a $3,000 bond, just imagine if she be found guilty and go to prison. She ain't gonna get but about what 10, 15 years. Get out. Alright. Gonna move on to the next story. Chi-Town takes an L. I forgot to say Miami takes an L. That's the first story. And now Chicago can take an L right here. Chicago. Hold on. What's this doing? Would be C7 Chicago. Nearly 40 teens was charged after disorderly gathering in South Loop, Chicago police. Video shows group running out of 7-Eleven store with items, some throwing those items while others run around. 40 people, mostly teenagers, were charged with misdemeanor misdemeanors after Chicago police said a large group became disorderly on Sunday night. Police responded to the South Loop's 100 block of West Roosevelt Road at about 8 p.m., where they said the group gathered. Police said the group became disorderly and discharged verbal commands by officers. Witness Elvin Jackson said at first things appeared to be peaceful, then a small group of teenagers started to block traffic and attempt to break into stores. There were just a few kids, then it got thicker and thicker and thicker, and it kept and kept coming. Jackson said, throwing bottles, jumping on people's cars, trying to start a fight, and trying to run into stores and stuff like that. Jackson added that, aside from a few dozen causing problems, the majority of the young crowd appeared to be looking for a place to hang out. No injuries were reported, but some of the worst damages was captured at a 7-Eleven off of Greenshaw. A video shows a group running out with items from the store. Some threw those items up in the air while others ran around. Another video taken from Roosevelt and Canal captured the crowd running in multiple directions as officers directed them to leave the area. CPD asked store owners to close up shop in the chaos. In unrelated news briefly Monday, interim Chicago Police Superintendent Fred Roller was asked about Sunday's incident. The crowd got tired of hearing we had no choice but to make arrests. Despite more successful attempts to break up similar recent gatherings in which minors stayed out past curfew, Willer said, our posture has been tolerant, and usually when we say that it's a curfew and we ask them to disperse, they do. Yesterday, they, so to speak, crossed the line, Waller said. The arrest should send a message to the families of the suspects. Waller said, we know everyone doesn't have a predictable home life, but we're trying to deal with the youth in a certain way. To try to offer other things for them to do and other evidence. 40 people ranging in age from 12 to 20 were taken into custody, police said. The youngest suspect arrested were 12 and 13 years old. 30 juveniles, ages 12 to 17, were charged with one count each of misdemeanor reckless conduct. Two 17-year boys were each charged with misdemeanor count of reckless conduct and bodily harm. A 16-year-old girl was charged with misdemeanor count of reckless conduct, bodily harm, and one misdemeanor count of unlawful use of a weapon. A 14-year-old boy was charged with criminal trespass and obstructing identification. A 15-year-old was charged with a misdemeanor criminal trespass to state land. 15-year-old boy was charged with a felony count of unlawful use of a weapon, possession of a concealed weapon, along with citations for disorderly conduct and possession of a lesser sight firearm silencer muffler. A 17-year-old boy was charged with felony count of unlawful use of a weapon, machine gun, auto weapon, along with citations for having a high-capacity magazine with metal piercing bullets and a peripheral violation. 18-year-old was charged with misdemeanor counts of reckless conduct and obstructing identification, to citations of resisting a police officer or aiding escape. Another 18-year-old was charged with a misdemeanor count of reckless conduct. A 20-year-old was charged with misdemeanor count of reckless conduct and two issuances of a warrant. Only in Chicago. Now, Before I play the news video, I'm gonna say, shout out to AFC. It starts where? It starts at home. Okay. Now let's go to the news video. Shit. I have a couple news videos I'm gonna play. And shout out to Willie Williams because I never knew about this story.
Dozens of people this weekend during another teen takeover in the South Loop.
And now only on 2-1 family wants answers after a security guard died during another incident one day earlier. We begin here at 6 with Marissa Perlman and the arrest.
40 people ages 12 to 20 arrested at this 7-Eleven. It's a change from how police have handled these large gatherings in the past, but the interim superintendent now saying he had no choice.
There's a group of kids tearing up the store. We don't know what store it is.
Video posted on social media shows dozens of teens looting the 7-Eleven off of West Crenshaw, making off with stolen goods, including a fire extinguisher which was set off outside the store. This video shows the aftermath as customers try to get inside. Look what they did inside of the 7-Eleven. Chicago police supervisors heard encouraging cops to lock people up. At one point, a mass arrest order is given.
If you're an officer, you should be putting hands on people arrested right now. Not those who won't fight you.
If you guys see anybody walking past you, you guys put the cuffs on them.
Right after you.
And they did. 40 people ages 12 to 20 taken into custody. Some of those arrests seen on another social media video.
Be downtown. Police is locking them up. Just letting y'all know right now. They was giving up to 10 o'clock, but it's turned so chaotic they are now locking them up. They're enforcing curfew now.
Businesses in the area were sent this email over the weekend from Chicago police, warning them to lock their stores after a trend announcement circulated on social media. The interim police superintendent saying these arrests should send a message to the families of these suspects.
The arrests are the results of the actions. Before we asked them to move, asked them to go home, it was curfew time, and they did. This time they refused. They began fighting more amongst each other, jumping on top of cars, and we haven't arrested people like that, but this group got so out of hand that we had no choice.
Police say more than 300 teens arrived here to this area by train. Charges range from reckless conduct and trespass misdemeanors to unlawful use of a weapon, a felony. Reporting in the South Loop, I'm Marissa Perlman, CBS 2 News.
All right, we ain't finished.
And Bubby, the interim superintendent, saying last night's group, they crossed the line, they got out of hand, and he added that the youngest suspects arrested were 12 and 13 years old. But speaking of that damage, let's take a look at this right here. Some of the worst of it was captured at the 7-Eleven off Crenshaw. Here in this video, you see the group of police, say mainly teenagers, running out with items from the store, some throwing those items up in the air while others run around. And this video, taken from Roosevelt and Canal, capturing the crowd running in multiple directions as officers directed them to leave the area. CPD saying last night officers were dispatched to Roosevelt and Clark in the South Loop around 8 p.m. Officers attempted to disperse the large group through verbal commands, but they said that didn't work. CPD's interim superintendent saying the crowd got so out of hand they had no choice but to make arrests.
Our posture has been tolerant And usually, when we say that it's curfew and we ask them to disperse, they do. Yesterday, uh, they so to speak crossed the line to get into attempt to loot stores, and they did get into one store. A window was broken. Also, they began to damage vehicles.
CPD says members of the group jumped on vehicles, got into fights, and now some are facing weapons-related charges. In total, 40 people were taken into custody and charged with misdemeanors. Interim Superintendent Fred Wallace saying he hopes that these arrests send a message to the suspects and their families. Store owners had to close up shop in the melee, but thankfully no one was injured.
That's great.
All right, well, the only message the police sent was to these children to do it again. What did her misdemeanors going to do? They should have been hit with a felony. That's destruction of property. The whole store is destroyed. And again, I think the parents needs to be arrested because clearly you didn't have a job raising your children. And something got to be done in Chicago. Why do everybody do these tic-tac trains? You know, the trains can get you in serious trouble, so you're going to continue doing it. Makes no sense to me that you're doing it live for a train. But okay. I said start locking these parents up and start locking these children up. Maybe get some order. Now, our next story is out of my neck of the woods, Buffalo. And a Buffalo team 13 is missing, so we're going to let you know who. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Okay, well, this is the team. And let's see. The Buffalo police need helping in locating a 13-year-old Sincere Vines. He's a black male, approximately 5'11", 230 pounds, and was last seen wearing black pants, a black hoodie with black and tan Adidas sneakers. He was last seen on Bailey Avenue in the city of Buffalo. Anyone with information regarding his whereabouts is asked to call 911 immediately. So, anybody seen him? I urge you to call 911. Now, we're going to our final story. Grandmother. Fortunately, I gotta get Buffalo animal story. Buffalo grandmother files a lawsuit against Buffalo Public School after grandson died by suicide. What's about that story? Look it up. You're gonna talk about it. Grandmother files a lawsuit against BPS. On Yahoo News, so we're going to talk about it. Here you go. The family of a 12-year-old Darrell Rivera, who died by suicide in May because of bullying he experienced, has filed a lawsuit against Buffalo Public Schools. It's going to define article and term it maybe to. Rivera's grandmother, Blanca Martinez, told 7 News reporter JAZMIN PAEZ the school district wasn't forthcoming at the time of her grandson's death until now. She said she had no choice but to file a lawsuit last week to be heard. This is hard, devastating, and sad, Martinez expresses. I told them that I can't have any communication with them because they haven't done anything. They kept their arms crossed, so I had to take legal action. Martina says she found her grandson in the bathroom, something she wishes no one would ever go through. I don't want this upon anyone. This was worse than life, she says. For me, it changed my life completely. The school district did respond by saying the superintendent and the entire district continue to offer our deepest and most sincere condolences to the Real Rivera's family, friends, students, and school staff. Martina says she knows bullying won't end, but she believes those in power can take action to prevent it. This is not only the school, she says, you have to work with parents, teachers, and the community. Everyone has to come together. The school district says they're going to have separate training sections regarding regarding bullying for all staff at the end of August and the beginning of the school year. Meantime, the grieving grandmother is still holding on to the memories she has for her grandson. He was 11 kids, she says. Without crying, he was a precious kid, and they've seen that he was a precious kid. The spokesperson for the school district did say they would be reviewing and updating the policies and procedures pertaining to bullying. The spokesperson also said disciplinary action against the alleged students bullying Rivera was taken under the district's code of conduct. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, there's a news video, but I'm gonna get my closing thoughts about this story slash case. One, I don't think schools in America talking enough about bullying and the fact that it can cause a person when you're bullying a person. So there should be a cause and an effect. But number two, um, the school should make some type of effort to contacted the family and let them know what was going on for it to do so. Unfortunately, you're gonna be sued. It would have been a lot easier if they just would have came forward and gave the family closure. And obviously the school is hiding something, and or they probably can't speak under their attorney. Sometimes schools have attorneys where they can't give out the information until the investigation is completed. So we don't know yet. It's gonna be reasons. There's an update to the story. I will bring you the update. But everyone have a great, great Thursday. My Thursday was very, very great. Um, did a lot today, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow on Friday. So happy Friday. As soon as I get off of here, I'm going to hop on my second channel, which is Crime Time channel, and then I'm gonna hop on my Outlanding community channel. So stay tuned for that. I'll be able to momentarily. Peace.